Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror. Joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
We are live from California tonight, live from sunny Hollywood, California tonight, and we got some movies for you. And yeah, so patrons and people that join right when we start are in for a treat because you get the what do we call it, the Todd cut?
Well, it would be the producer's cut, obviously. God damn it!
Okay, producer's cut. So if you were listening the whole time, you got the producer's cut with bonus material.
If not, go get on Patreon because
yes, you always get the messed up edition on Patreon. So there you go. But anyways, might be repeating myself a little bit, but we've had an awesome day so far. We ate at Machete's, where I got that giant taco.
25 inches of taco.
25 inches of taco. That's what she said. Yeah.
As long as she doesn't have 25 inches of taco, I think we're okay.
Hey, if that's what you're into, that's fine.
Oh, no, don't you do that. We'll say, sorry.
25 inches of taco. I bet that's not taken. That's never been used in an adult film. So yeah, we did Machete's. We've already saw a bunch of movies, some of which we'll be reviewing.
Which is why we're talking about all 4 theatrical movies we've seen.
That's right. All 4 theatrical films that we got to check out. We'll get to...
and one bonus.
Oh, yeah, and one bonus. One wasn't. And, yeah, very excited. It's an interesting mix of films tonight. We've got naughty massage parlors. We've got Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson. We got...
I don't know. He's got a... Well, we'll say
it. Yeah. But we'll kick it off with a horror film. But, guys, just so you're aware, we will shortly have something that you guys might want to help us out with because it's... What can I say, Todd? I'll let you tease it.
Well, I haven't set anything up yet, but I don't know. We're trying to fund Dan to get Hood approved. So we're working on it.
Okay.
So we need help to get Dan on the LA Hood Tour 2.
LA Hood Tour 2. So yeah, they take you in an armored vehicle around, like, I guess the worst parts of LA, right?
Don't come off. Why has it got to be the worst? Because it's the Hood?
No, you said the most dangerous.
I didn't say the most dangerous. I just said.
Okay, well, yeah, all right, fine.
There's no bars on the Friday house's windows. So.
Okay, but that's the area you can get out, right?
That's the one area they let you get out.
So you saw us at the Halloween house and a lot of that stuff last time. You get to see us at the Friday house this time. Maybe. We're working on it. We're seeing who can go.
Not a cheap tour.
It's not a cheap tour. So, yes.
So we're going to beg.
We're going to beg. We've never begged before. So we're going to try and make that happen. What else we got going on here in Hollywood?
Dan is going to stand out in the content.
I might try and film myself on the dance floor. We're still going clubbing. The ladies love the hat out here. I've been swatting them away like flies. They won't stay away from Todd's house. They try and get in. You got to spray them. You know, it's the hat. They don't see hats like this in Hollywood.
Dan, you want me to start calling you out? This motherfucker rolled up to the car with an Indiana Jones satchel to match his hat. Son of a bitch.
The Indiana Jones satchel is true, but here's the thing. My brother borrowed my normal airport bag, and he didn't have it. So I didn't have it. So I had to take the Indiana Jones satchel. That is true. I had to. You can't bring another suitcase. It's got to go underneath the seat. So yes, that's fine. It was pre-shitty Indiana Jones, so that was fine.
Was Short Round on it? Did I miss that?
Short Round was not on it, but I believe it had it had something with that movie on there. I think it was just for the 3. I think that bag predates.
I'll allow it even if we have that shitty third one.
Yeah. And yes, Cliff,
Oh.
Benny Hill music. We can throw that on Patreon. Maybe we just gotta forget Patreon, just dub all of the fuck ups with Benny Hill. We can make that happen. But yeah, no. It's been an awesome trip so far. We got some more movies coming. What else are we doing? We're gonna
be with Pugs tomorrow.
Pugs tomorrow. So tomorrow, keep an eye on the channel.
We might. I think we're gonna go out to the cafe, so we might have some car videos.
Yes, and some of our stuff, as some of you are aware, cannot be shown on YouTube, so we'll have that for you too.
Some of our stuff, which stand stories, aren't allowed.
It's not just me. I learned what a strawberry was today. All of this lingo. There's so much lingo.
You did.
I can't remember which one of you, but they were like, "Look, it's a strawberry," and I was a little bit confused because, you're pointing to, I think, a woman, and I didn't know what a strawberry was.
My LA people, my LA 90s. Fuck.
Okay, I've never heard strawberry before in any of the classic Hood movies, so I didn't know what strawberry meant. But yeah. So I don't know. You'll get all sorts of random shit like this on.
We're finally gonna get
Patreon.
Hopefully, Dan can get his Compton ball cap. I don't mean the actual
hat. Compton ball cap. What is that? Is that?
Don't you remember? It was invented on our tour of LA.
Is that like an anal thing?
I can't remember
What's a Compton ball cap?
If you guys remember what we settled on for that, I know Cliff was there. I know Ben was there, so. We'll figure it out.
I know Mike's doing the Compton ball cap down in Liverpool. I don't know what it is.
At this point, I think we need to focus and get to our first film of the night.
All right, we'll get to the movies.
I got to send one of these into a distributor.
Well, let's just hope the distributor doesn't know what a Compton ball cap or a strawberry is. I'm sorry. I'm learning things every day, but we'll kick it off with our first movie of the evening, our horror film from director Laura Moss, Rebirth. In this film, a morgue technician successfully biological materials from pregnant women. When the girl's mother, a nurse, discovers her baby alive, they enter into a deal that forces them both down a dark path of no return. All right, so Rebirth. This is in theaters right now. I do believe it will eventually be going to Shudder, and
it's from Shudder and IFC.
Yes, so you probably, maybe, hopefully, in time for Halloween, we'll get this. And
not that it's dependent on Halloween.
Yeah. So in this film, we kind of follow the mom, and who is a nurse herself, and the morgue technician who's played by, I believe, Marin Ireland. And this movie it's not, I can pitch it. It's heavily inspired by Frankenstein and Re-Animator, not in the tone of like Re-Animator at all. This is one, if you're looking for a standard sort of zombie story, you're going to be disappointed as far as blood and guts hitting the wall. This one is very, very sad. Not only sad, but what I liked about this one, it's very authentic. The detachment, particularly, which I've seen in the medical field, and Marin Ireland's character, it just felt real. It just felt real to me.
She's like very spectrum.
Yeah, very much so. And the mom, the way she was kind of, dealing with this loss of her child. We've had similar horror movies with stories like this, but I don't know. This one hit me. It just felt.
There was no lack of believability when the mother was like, I'm staying here. And like, I believe, like, because there's some things you're like, well, why did she let her come here? Why did she? But like, it's 100% like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. It's very believable. And I felt bad. I mean, they didn't overplay it. They kind of had it just right, and man, I felt bad for that mom. And again, if you're looking for a gore film, it does have gore, and the fact that it is more realistic, I think it hits a little bit harder, but it's not like people being ripped apart gore. So I do feel like some of you might not get what you're seeking out of this. But if you want more of a horror drama, uh, this is one of the better ones I've seen recently. Although we did have the Dead Ringers TV series, which I think did a good job. But this had a very real portrayal of people in this line of work. I can only imagine working in a morgue. You do kind of have to have that detachment, and there is a little bit of dark humor, though. I will say this: there is a bathroom scene, I'll just say, that was pretty funny and random towards the beginning. But for the most part, this is feel bad horror, and I love it. Yeah, I had a really good time with this one. I know I could see a few people that were in the theater with us were not totally happy at the end. I think they were expecting more razzle dazzle in the finale, and they may not get that. Like I said, it's just not that kind of movie, but I really dug it. And Mike talking about some lingo in some hood lingo in the chat.
None of this is hood lingo.
From Liverpool. Hayden is back. I don't know if he's streaming again yet, but Hayden has popped up lately. All right, so we'll go ahead and rate this one. If Todd, do you have anything else to say?
Well, I didn't really say anything.
Go for it.
No, yeah, this one I loved it too. You know, as a parent with a child the same size, same age, it's kind of like that doesn't hurt. I like that it wasn't, because I'm over the anxiety horror. I can just have anxiety without watching a fucking movie. But like this, like the dark horror, I'm much more than that. So, and this, everything about this I loved. I do think you're right though. I think it's not gonna, like, I know Kruger, you're gonna hear Re-Animator and Frankenstein be all about this. I'm really interested to see what you're gonna think about it when it hits Shudder.
Yeah, I don't know. Kruger, you might like it. It's just I don't know. It's not the standard blood and guts thing with this one. But there are some gnarly effects. I don't want to say they're not there. And they might be a little more real. So maybe more upsetting, depending what you're into. But all right, so let's go ahead and rate Birth Rebirth. I'm 4 stars. I love this one. I thought it was great.
I'm 4.5. I did really like it.
Sweet. So yeah, and I will say special shout out to all the actors, Maria Ireland, Judy Reyes, Brita Wool, who you might recognize from Mr. Mercedes. She plays the pregnant woman in this, not the mom, but she was really good. Check this one out when it hits Shudder. It very well could be on my top 10 list, but know what you're getting into, of course. All right. So, Todd, what shall we cover next?
Well, I figure let's hit the sci-fi one. It's a little more genre.
All right. Bear with us again, different setup. So, our next film, which I think was this the last one we watched? No. Well, we watched it yesterday anyways. It is Landscape with Invisible Hand from director Corey Finley, and Tiffany Haddish stars in this one. And when occupying alien species, bureaucratic rule and advanced technology leaves most of Earth impoverished and unemployed, 2 teenagers hatch a risky plan to ensure their family's future. All right, so yeah, basically in this film we have 2 I'm not sure how old they were, but two young teenagers who enter into a romance during this sort of post first contact society, and they're dealing with this world. Basically, these aliens have absorbed all the wealth. A lot of people are living, a lot of privileged people are living above on these floating cities, and like you'll have like a doctor, but the aliens are having them drive their cars and everything. So basically, all of humanity is just in the dumps. A very depressing, very very shitty world. The tone of this film, though, I guess I would call it a sci-fi dramedy. There's a lot of humor in it. There's a particularly funny bit where, minor spoiler alert, somebody has to live with this alien as wife and husband, and they're trying to basically learn what it means to be human. They're not particularly good at it. Tiffany Haddish is fantastic as always. She's had a pretty solid run working on more dramatic films. She plays the mom of the boy who to make money, they end up doing sort of this like reality dating show for the aliens to absorb. So basically they have these they call them nodes. So they're, these chips, so the aliens can just essentially watch human courtship rituals. And so they get really popular. They make a ton of money. They kind of become celebrities with these aliens. But then their relationship, much because of having to become celebrities for these aliens, kind of goes on the rocks. And then the aliens are mad because, well, this isn't how love's supposed to be. What they think of as love is 50s TV shows like Leave It to Beaver. So, now they're starting to be nasty to each other, and these aliens decide to sue them. So this kind of leads into the plot where they're trying to appease these aliens. So the family, it's actually two families because her family moves in with them, and there's a lot going on in this film. Definitely a satire. If you're expecting something like Paul or a comedy like that, that's not what this is.
It's really hard to compare it to another feature.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it has similar storyline beats as other, the basic alien stuff. We've had, of course, particularly the remake where the aliens kind of come as friends first and, give humanity all this technology, which they do in this. Like, it's basically everybody essentially just bows down to the aliens because they can provide food for them with this replicator technology and all these really nice things, but at the same time, Earth is going down the drain. So there's a lot of political satire here, and it worked for me. I thought I was actually very engaged with this one. It's kind of similar to the last movie, though. If you're looking for like a standard story, you might be disappointed. There's a lot. This one's not hard to understand. At least I don't think so. But yeah, Haddish is really good. It hit all the right emotional beats for me. I really liked it, and I thought it ended well. And another one that not everybody's going to agree, though. How did it fare for you, Todd?
It's funny from the trailer. I don't really care. I know because I got burnt because it kind of had that similar kind of feel, and I just tone wise of something recently like Marcel with shoes on, just kind of quirky.
You didn't like Marcel the show?
I did, but I'm never going to watch it again, and that's not the type of picture I need every other year. But no, I did like that. It was just I kind of had that tone, and I was like, whatever. But I mean, obviously, I was going to see it because that's what
I thought you were going to say Wes Anderson.
No, it didn't have that look because I would have told you fuck off.
You really hate Wes Anderson. Holy shit.
He's wasted more time of mine than any other director. And I watched all of Toby Hooper's older last few films. I'd rather watch Uli Boyle or whatever the fuck his name is.
Uwe Boll.
Thank you, whatever.
German horror
Boyle.
icon.
The Boyle of the film industry. I really liked it. Yeah. I liked the weird and the quirkiness. It was different than, like I said, the Marcel. It was more of a sweet, kind of quirky. It doesn't have that. I mean,
yeah.
But there was points I was getting frustrated because I was like, I know it's just a fantasy, but I would fucking have kicked that goddamn family out like 50. I would have so many times I wanted to beat their ass. It's like, you ingrateful motherfucker. But that was one thing I was forgetting.
I kind of thought it was bullshit when their relationship kind of fell apart, and I'm like, why do you still keep them at the house?
That's like, get the fuck on, bitch.
I mean, that's like if I break up with a girl and she's having money trouble, it's like, well, I'm sorry, or she breaks up with me more likely. It's like, sorry, but you don't get to stay in the house. Maybe if I broke up with her, I'd be more generous. Like, take a week. But you break up with me, get the fuck out immediately. Like, yeah, I don't know. That was bothering me too, but he's a nice artist type guy.
I will say the father-son relationship, I didn't understand at first. I thought they were lovers.
Really? Where'd you get that?
I just thought he was older than he was.
Oh,
okay. No, and I was like, oh, okay. Because when he's like, don't you ever disrespect that? I like totally like, oh, okay.
I thought that bit was kind of sad. It's I don't know. This one I actually dug quite a bit. It's for a very specific audience. I don't want to compare this to Wes Anderson. It's not like that style of humor or anything, but it's a quirky film. But there's still some what the fuck kind of laughs in it too. I thought Tiffany Haddish in bed with the alien, I thought that was funny. And the wig gag and everything that you get in this one.
There's some good stuff in there. Like, I mean, that I think people are gonna laugh at.
Yeah.
I think the weirdness is gonna overlay that. But if you like, art films and stuff like that and just different films, it's definitely worth your time. I think it's worth checking out no matter what. But
yeah,
I can't say you're gonna like it, but I think it's worth checking out. If you like sci-fi, and I'm not a big sci-fi guy, I do though like some, but it's weird. But this is definitely one like it is. It's dramedy. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, a lot of teen angst. It doesn't spell everything out for you. You kind of have to, okay, I see what he's feeling right now, kind of thing. But yeah, I recommend it to some of you. I don't know if Ghost, if you're watching, I could see you liking it. This is actually, I think, the second or third like quirky alien movie we've had this year, because we also had Asteroid City, which don't bother.
Wait, that's an alien movie?
Asteroid City is an alien movie, yes.
Spoiler.
It's not a spoiler. It's an alien movie. The alien's in the trailer.
Oh, is it? To be honest, every time the trailer came on, I was like, all right.
You can't spoil Asteroid.
Let's go on. Let's see what's every time the trailer came on, my phone was out.
Todd does not give a fuck about Wes Anderson.
He's no Paul.
It's a very Wes Anderson movie.
I've seen a Wes Anderson movie. I don't never see him again.
Yeah.
And then this time you got fucking Tom Hanks playing Bill Murray. It's very confusing.
No, he's not playing Bill Murray. I don't know where you got that.
Shut the fuck up. You know that if they could have got Bill Murray, that was his role.
Bill Murray, I think, is totally down. Bill Murray only does quirky art house comedies nowadays, so I think he would have been down.
Did you forget about Ghostbusters?
Well, yeah, he finally did, but look at how long it took him to take that money. I swear he only did it probably because Dan Aykroyd just said, man, I could really use...
It's a Harold Ramis thing. I think he finally did it for that. That's what my gut says.
Yeah, they might have guilted him into it, but yeah.
And it gave him that closure character-wise, but that's a whole other conversation.
Another show. We haven't done a Ghostbusters show. Maybe we So guys, let's go ahead and rate this one. I'm a 3.5, but again, don't look for just a straight up comedy. Like I said, this is not Paul. This is not, anything like that. It's, but it's not, it doesn't go full Wes Anderson either. It's somewhere in between for me. I think we lost our stream.
Why do you think so?
We're back, I think.
Yeah, you're kind of like, yeah.
Okay, we're okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and rate this one. I'm 3.5. I don't know if you caught that or not. What say you, Todd?
I am a
4. All right, sweet. Yeah, but just looking at the chat real quick as a special tease, S'mores Indoors coming back. And I know Corey has a very cool theatrical presentation for that. So, yes. I'm not going to pull that one up. So,
oh, you want to click that one?
No, not that one. All right. Moving on to our next.
I was talking about the one they were putting this over.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
I wasn't. But yeah, I don't know how. Oh, trust me, I get street big, but assholes. No, never mind.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people are coming back.
We're about to hit 1,000 episodes.
We are about to hit 1,000 episodes, and also thank you. I know we just recently surpassed 1,100 subs, so thank you for that. As we grow, we always remember the OGs. So you helped get us here. We appreciate it very, very much. Cliff, looking for apartments. Is there even such a thing as cheap apartments?
He didn't say cheap. He actually said, Dan, are you looking for apartments for us in West?
We can do that. Like I said, we'll see how things go with the club. Need to find a sugar mama. California's expensive.
Well, we know someone who found one. But Dan, what do we got next?
Todd. All right, Todd. Next.
You'll never see it.
I was gonna say he doesn't watch, so he doesn't care. All right, so up next we've got Retribution from director Nimrod Antal, and this is the new Liam Neeson movie.
Speaking of mainstream, unlike our others.
Yes, a little more mainstream, but it's a thriller. It's a psychological thriller, so it kind of fits.
Yeah.
So this follows a bank executive who receives a bomb threat while driving his children to school that his car will explode if they try and stop and get out. So, yeah, it's Liam Neeson. You kind of know exactly what this is. And Todd, I just want to say, I hope this takes off and becomes a hit like Taken, so that we just get Liam Neeson trapped in a new vehicle of some kind in each episode. Like he can get trapped on a roller coaster in Retribution 2. There's a bomb underneath this roller coaster, so it just has to keep going. Can you imagine that?
All I know is as you're starting to talk, I was zoning out.
Fuck you, Todd.
And
I'm coming up with no. Hollywood is on strike, Todd. It's up to me to save Hollywood. Retribution 3. We've got him.
I got one. I know. I got
a shuttle to Mars.
No, we're going the other way, Dan. We're going to have him leap back into his old Spielberg character, and we'll do the chase in that time frame. I'm trying not to be.
Okay.
The black and white Steven Spielberg movie that he was the lead in.
Oh, Todd. Come on, Todd. My idea is better than that. God damn it. Retribution 2. Roller coaster. The entire film, the roller coaster doesn't stop. You've got Liam Neeson trying to threaten the guy on the phone while he's trapped upside down. There's unlimited possibilities. This is a multi-million-dollar idea. 3, maybe not 3. At some point, we send it to Mars, and the spaceship is got a bomb on it that he has to locate and destroy. Because they're trying to fuck up First Contact.
Does he have to hitch a ride on the in the Fast and Furious Mazda.
There you go. You could cross Fast and the Furious with this. This has got to be the new Liam Neeson.
How? Wait. We're all totally off right now. But how did we have not got Liam Neeson and fucking any of the Fast? He seems like that's one they would have grabbed. You get random Helen Mirren and
I mean, you got Brie fucking Larson
Brie
in
Larson.
Fast and the Furious now. So, yeah,
Cardi B.
it does sort of feel like Liam Neeson could be there.
They got 2 movies left.
Yeah, 2 more. I want to see Liam Neeson getting out of that car. Did you ever see that Dana Delaney interview where she said, like, apparently, like, Liam Neeson has, like, a 17-inch dick? Like, legit. You didn't see that one? Liam Neeson was, like, laying pipe.
I'm going to do what... Okay, Dan. We're not on Patreon.
I think people can know about Liam Neeson.
Dan, we're not on Patreon.
If I say Dan,
It's not on Patreon.
all right. Or on Liam Neeson's member Patreon.
Yeah, but I'll give you a whole few hours. Or maybe 17, so you do it inch a minute.
I would think they'd make you, I don't know. That's kind of like, I don't know. Like, you gotta, don't they make dudes cover it up now? Like, what do they call that? A merkin?
A merkin is actually a pubic beard, like a toupee.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's the merkin. I don't know. There's a name for something, like, so the actor's dick doesn't have to be like.
Oh, yeah. The cock sleeve gimmick. Yeah, there is a.
Yeah. There you go. I
know the merkin, yes. I know that thing.
It's Liam Neeson just like throwing it over Dana Delaney's shoulder and just, being reckless with that thing.
Okay, back to Retribution, Dan.
Back to Retribution. So it's a Liam Neeson movie. You kind of know what to expect. I actually thought this was better than the last few I've seen. It's essentially Speed. I mean, it's what it is. Speed in the car. There's a few. The little girl is kind of written to be unusually stupid. There's a few lines of dialogue that where, like, I was like, it's not the actress. It's just the character was written to be kind of stupid.
I hate to do this. It was a child, and they're a little underdeveloped when it comes to their thought process.
No, but like there's that scene where it's like she hears that the whole divorce attorney thing, and it's like then she asks what that means. I'm like, you're not that dumb. I mean, you're like, what?
Yeah, no, Dan, I can't. My child didn't understood someone drowned, but didn't get the concept of drowning. Kids don't get it.
Okay, well, I thought that kid was just
No,
kind of dumb.
no.
But that's okay. That's my opinion, and just a character. But
I think the kid was pretty much dead on how kids act today, and
okay.
I just think he's being with 6-year-olds.
I actually feel bad for Liam Neeson because, like, he's trying to be nice, but these fucking kids won't stop looking at their phones in the car. I actually really thought that. I'm telling you, if that
Get off
happened,
my lawn.
no, it's true. Like, it's like they just won't. Like at one point, where he has to get the phones from them, or the guy's going to blow up the car, and that kid was still fighting him for it.
Well, yeah, he's trying to take away a kid's phone.
Yeah,
That's what they do.
I tell you to give it to me. You give me the phone.
One is a teenager. Yeah, no, I fought my child.
Okay,
for the phone when he was in high school.
I don't know.
It's a parenting thing that's a fucking nightmare.
It annoys me. I don't know.
But it's accurate. I'm just pointing out those things.
It's accurate. But this is it's pretty much a nonstop chase. I mean, once you get into the car, it's nonstop suspense. If you like Liam Neeson, you're not going to be disappointed. This one's actually, in fact, a remake of I'm trying to remember the name of the original movie. I think it was called it was a Spanish film, and it was called El Desconocido. Might be saying that wrong. I don't even think it's a particularly well-known movie, but it's a 2015 thriller from Spain. I haven't seen it, so I can't compare. But it's yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I suspect it's probably pretty different. But there are twists and turns to this.
I know. I think they got both of us. We're like, oh, we didn't see that coming. It was like, I didn't.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of kind of obvious, but not.
In
Yeah.
retrospect, it's like, how did we not catch that?
Yeah. And also we get M. Beth Davids from Army of Darkness as his wife.
Which I didn't even recognize.
Yeah, they both looked way too old to have like a young kid.
Yeah, I believe, and it's not even Liam Neeson.
What is Liam Neeson's older than my parents, I
Yeah,
think. I
he
think
was.
he's like 70.
Well, my thing wasn't with him because I could totally believe he had a child that young. My issue was her age, because at a certain point, women can't. I mean, technically, she could have adopted. They could have paid and had it done. So with the money thing, they could still technically. So it's not completely out, but yeah, that's one thing that jumped out. She's too young to have a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Him, I could believe because what? Did Dick Van Dyke just have a kid?
Dick Van Dyke is still laying pipe. Can you imagine Dick Van Dyke smashing? Like, that's just so not wholesome. Like, you just don't want to picture like Dick Van Dyke like sticking it in, you know? It's like it's just not natural.
I would have took it to Lori Petty. That is a Mary Tyler Moore reference if you don't know the
Oh, I thought you were going like Tank Girl. I would, yeah, definitely. Yeah, fuck yeah. So yeah, pretty much like Speed. If you like Speed, you'll enjoy this. You know what? I like the simplicity of a lot of Liam Neeson movies. Todd and I were talking in the car on the way home. Some of the better ones he's done, I like The Walk Among the Tombstones quite a bit. I think that one was pretty good. Run All Night, he did that with Ed Harris. I like that quite a bit. Cold Pursuit. I think we both liked Cold Pursuit.
He had that one from a couple months ago, maybe it was 6 months ago at this point, with the film noir one, Marlowe.
Marlowe. I have Marlowe. I don't think I've watched it
It's
yet.
worth the watch. You like film noirs too.
Yeah, I'm a film noir guy, and I've been meaning to get to it. And there's a lot of talk about Liam Neeson's aerosol can in the chat. 71. Okay. Yeah.
Now, that's my question. I'm looking it up.
You know what? Dick Van Dyke, Cliff said he doesn't have a new child, but I mean, it's probably within the last decade or so.
There's someone else. Yeah. She's 58 with an 8-year-old. Nah, probably a 6-year-old. So she had a kid in 52 is what I'm supposed to believe.
I had a neighbor
I don't believe
that like 49 when she delivered. I mean, it's possible. It's just they look like a very old couple to have a young kid. I mean, the boy was probably like 18 most, but
hey, but I give him props. Only an 11-year gap.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it is funny because like at least they went with like an age appropriate wife. Unlike like some of these direct to video Seagal movies. There was one where I swear to God his girlfriend in that movie was like 19.
I have to argue with you, Dan, though. I don't think this was an age appropriate wife for Liam Neeson for him because he had too much money. So she was way too should have had a younger model if we're being real.
Who do we put Liam Neeson with? And Liam Neeson and Jenna Ortega in Retribution 2.
Well, I wasn't going that crazy. I mean, jeez.
Well, there you go, Todd. He's a fucking multimillionaire. We're gonna get Liam Neeson and Wednesday Addams in Retribution 2.
Well, if he had a couple of rocks, we know he could get, right, Cliff?
So basically, shut up, Todd. And shut up, you two, Cliff. God damn it. Throwing me off. Yeah. So basically, Retribution 3, Liam Neeson goes to Mars. He's taking his new children that he had with Jenna Ortega on the first vacation trip to Mars. And then terrorists put a bomb on the shuttlecraft. So there you go. I booked it. Put Jenna Ortega on there. You bring in all of the younger fans. Liam Neeson brings on all the old white guys. And you have a $1 billion movie, Todd. We've just booked it.
Well, the AIs are already working on it.
Mike, I think in most of the Liam Neeson stuff I've seen, I don't think they try and pass him off as American. I think he just kind of, I mean, he doesn't, I guess he holds it back a little, but then again, shit, he's been living in America now since like the early 80s, probably. So, I mean, sometimes you lose a little bit of that. I don't know. Gerard Butler, I notice in most of his stuff, they'll just drop a line about, his Scottish heritage or something. And that's all you need to explain that away. But I will say, if you've enjoyed his recent stuff, this is among the better movies. Like I said, A Walk Among the Tombstones. I would consider The Gray to be maybe my favorite Liam Neeson movie. My favorite Liam Neeson like action thriller movie at the very least.
You got Schindler's List. That's personal.
Yeah, that's true. But The Gray, as far as like his action thriller stuff, I think is fantastic. So I put that number one. A Walk Among the Tombstones is really good. I liked Run All Night. But
I know you're a big A-Team guy.
You know what? I didn't particularly like A-Team, but I didn't think it was awful either. One of those movies where people were shitting on it, and I'd probably watch A-Team again before I'd watch any Fast and the Furious movie now. I think it's more entertaining than that from my memory, but I don't know.
His last mainstream film was 2019.
Which, say that again?
His last big, theatrical mainstream film was 2019.
Oh, okay.
Which would be Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. Just had to get it.
This is a lot better than that shit.
I don't know. He got a pretty big pop, though, Dan.
But anyways, so you can see Liam Neeson and his age-appropriate wife, Jenna Ortega, in Retribution 3, Escape from Mars. But for now, the original Retribution, what do we give it, Todd? What do you give it?
Man, fun factor, it's high. And I don't want to get too. I'm gonna give it a very generous. Again, this is off my 4 out of 5.
4 is a little bit high, but I was entertained by it. It delivers everything you could expect from the trailer. I'm 3.5.
See, like I said, I was out of my. Apparently, I'm a half above you on everything tonight.
Yeah, there's some dumb moments, but not like it doesn't overdo it. That's my issue with like I said, the Fast and the Furious stuff. Now, I don't know. Liam Neeson in space makes more sense to me than Vin Diesel and Tyrese in space. I don't know. So
fair enough.
Hopefully we'll get that. Hopefully this will do really well. Go support it at the theater while you're still getting new movies, because that's not going to last much longer.
But we're going to get quite a few more lame.
I was going to say, I feel like you won't notice the loss of Liam Neeson movies when the strike catches up to everything.
But see, I admit I like this now because we're getting mid-budget pictures back in theaters.
We are.
And they were pretty much dead. You either had no budget
or $300 million.
Exactly. And the death of the mid-budget picture where people could take chances going away is what's killed the creativity in Hollywood. Either a fucking superhero movie or you're trying to scrape a budget, of $1 million.
Yeah, I have a lot of empathy for the people that are suffering because of the strikes right now. Obviously, the people at the bottom are hurting really bad. But
I can bring the banner.
More mid-budget movies like this need to happen. Like back in the day when I was a kid, Jean-Claude Van Damme had a movie out. I was just going. It didn't take much to sell me. Van Damme action movie. I'm going to see it. We need more of that. And before we get into our very special main event movie, just to say hello, Barney, welcome. How long is the strike going to last? Well, Todd, you might follow it even closer, but no sign of it stopping anytime soon.
Well,
right?
But we do have that big ruling where a judge had already, this is good for the strike.
Yeah.
Basically, AI art is non-copy protectable. So if the studios want to make AI movies, they put $300 million into it. They don't own the fucking script. So I don't see any of the studios doing it. So that's a good thing. So now that they need people, I can.
No, I got to ask you because like I was getting ready for the trip and everything, so I only heard like the cliff notes. I took art to mean like AI created like graphics.
Well, that's the thing. AI created art includes stories.
So is that confirmed? That's
No,
including...
but even if it isn't, it sets the precedent. And the word art is going to be hard. Then you're going to have studios trying to argue that it's not art.
Yeah. Fast and the Furious.
As much as I hate it, there's an art of making that movie, putting it, and I don't think Fast and the Furious.
Well, hey, you can't say what it is. So, I mean,
unless you're the federal government,
yeah,
then they are fucking.
Well, I'm happy to hear that though.
Yeah,
I do feel AI is just pulling from other people anyways, so it's kind of like, well, I don't know. I can see a case there.
I'm not anti-AI either. Like, there's some useful stuff you can do with it, but
sure.
Yeah.
I want to. It's the same thing with a book, movie, whatever. Like I'm paying to enter another human being's imagination. Well, you might be paying to enter somebody too.
We're not on Patreon. Yes. Down there.
I watch a movie. I am inside.
Or that is the greatest setup for next movie you've ever done.
I'm just saying, like I read a book, I'm inside the author. I am balls deep in that author.
And Dan loves him some Stephen King.
I've been balls deep in Stephen King many times. Not gonna lie.
As we're about to have the one review, I gotta say. Thanks, Dan.
You enter Stephen King when you read his book.
An hour?
Yeah.
Well, 45 minutes.
So, anyways, yeah, that's what you do. You're paying to enter them.
Okay, let's.
All right. Well, this is a good segue for the last movie, isn't it, Todd?
That's what I just said.
From writer-director Christopher Fox, Rub. Now, this one kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm really eager to talk about it. So, Rub, meet Neil. He's lonely, gets bullied at work, and is unlucky in love. At the suggestion of a coworker, he decides to go to a massage parlor, and in the process, his life changes in ways he would have never imagined. As I feel like I need to add a little bit to that. As a shootout goes down, and he finds himself on the run with his massage therapist. Is that good, Todd? Give him enough there.
Yeah, I was producing.
Oh, that's okay. What up, Chris in the chat? Later, Mike. Thanks for with us there in Liverpool. So, Rub. This was pretty crazy. I think we just noticed the cover art. I wasn't sure what the hell this was. I wasn't
this was a screener.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, screener. Sorry. I can't keep it straight. But
that's how we discovered it was solicited.
Didn't know exactly what this was. You know, I was looking at it. I was like, oh, not sure.
The title, he was off.
I have to say, this one was a surprise. It's really, really good. You compared it a little bit to like Edmund,
yes,
which is one of my all-time favorite Stuart Gordon films.
One of his best.
I'll put that over 1,000,000 times on this show. If you haven't watched Edmund, fucking watch Edmund. The stuff that Stuart Gordon, some of it at the end of his career and life, was unbelievably awesome. Stuck is a really good one. But Edmund with William H. Macy is a 5-star movie as far as I'm concerned. I love Edmund. So it kind of had that vibe a little bit. This guy is basically a dork who's never had any kind of real human interaction. He's not good at it. We get some flashbacks that kind of explain how he is the way he is. Pitching this one's kind of tough. I mean, it's definitely a thriller. It's a dark comedy at the same time.
It's a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
And that's why I pitched it to Ozzy when I was talking to him once.
Yeah.
It's a night that just keeps escalating and escalating.
Yes. A lot of bad decisions made, and things just kind of keep getting worse and worse. We've got there is some like ridiculous shit in here though too, like the one heavy that looks like Nunzio.
Nunzio McMahon.
He's like 4'11", yet still scary. Like
another.
Yeah. The heavies I thought were like, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'm sending somebody to like go beat somebody's ass. I don't think that
we don't send Dan to do it. We send crew.
I'm terrifying, Todd. I'm a very terrifying man. I'm nice on the show, but you don't want to see my dark side. So yes. But anyways, I laughed my ass off at the beginning. The guy just wanted a rub and tug, and now he's on this road trip of shit, basically. And the good actor, Micah Sprayer, he's like a dead ringer for like Nicholas Hoult. I know you compared him to somebody else. Yeah. I can't remember who.
From Paul Scheer.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is a very well put together film. It's low budget, but you don't feel it at all. Like I very gladly would have gone and watched this in a theater.
I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah, I don't know if it had any theatrical play anywhere.
I believe that it does, very limited.
Okay.
We weren't able to.
Yeah, we weren't able. I would have loved to. And Jennifer Figueroa, might be saying that name wrong, but she's fantastic as Perla Figaro, the massage therapist. I thought she was really good. Beautiful. There is some steamy scenes in here, and I thought she was just fantastic. Very sympathetic.
And as I stated when we were watching this, Christopher Fox is obviously a fan of the BBW.
Christopher Fox is a fan of big, beautiful women.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to acronym.
That's fine. You may not know.
You're right. I didn't even think about it.
I don't know. Mike might not know what a BBW is. There BBW is a thing in Liverpool. He'll have to listen to this back later and let us know if it's a thing. I don't know. That's American slang, Todd. I don't think I've ever heard it in the UK. Barney's a fan of Edmund. Yeah. I'm not quite putting this at Edmund tier. Don't get me wrong, but it is a really good watch.
I fucking loved it. I mean,
yeah,
it is, like I said, it just escalates and escalates.
Mm-hmm.
And I never was bored. I was engrossed engaged the whole movie. Beginning to end, I loved it.
Yeah. I suspect that when we do our year-end show, this one's going to be quite.
I'm already trying to figure out how this is going to work, because it technically, this is a problem we will figure out as we get closer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe
if
you don't count it as a.
But we'll figure all this out.
Yeah.
And make it
but
I'm telling you how much we liked it if we're already talking about that.
Yeah, it's one that I think a lot of people are going to kind of, I fear, might overlook because it doesn't fit into a specific genre exactly. And
this feels like the kind of movie in the 2000s we get, like the post Tarantino would.
It'd be a good double with something like Go.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's.
That's another post Tarantino film that's really just taking his elements and making it like that one's, a different.
Yeah.
But that post, like 2 Days in the Valley, all those films from that like post Tarantino era, like really heavily influenced. It fits right in with those. So if you like those, I think, it's one to check out.
Yeah, the mostly unknown cast and everything. I hope people will discover this little indie gem. I thought it was a lot of fun. And like I said, it was just something that no idea what I'm getting. It's one of those pleasant surprises you would have when you'd go to the video store back in the day, or just flip on HBO and just take a chance on something random that was playing. And
it's currently available on digital, so you can rent it, purchase it. I recommend it.
Yeah, I hope it gets a physical release at some point. I don't have any news on that as of now because I do want to check it out. But yeah, double it up with Go. I think that's a good one to double it up with, or even something like Freeway.
See, I went with 2 Days in the Valley. That's the one that jumps.
Oh, 2 Days in the Valley. Yeah, I haven't watched that in a while.
You know what? I've gotten the urge. We may have to do that.
Yeah, I feel like that's due a new.
You know, we're in California. I mean, it's a perfect time for you to watch it. You're in California. It's the Valley.
This is the type of movie we should make for Flesh Wound Features. Like, I feel like just something that doesn't even fit in a genre, where it's just like the Flesh Wound road trip movie.
I like a road trip movie too.
Yeah, I like road trip movies as well. This one works for me. So, with that being said, Todd, what do you rate it?
No, you're gonna ask me first. You know what I'm gonna get. I'm not even.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm fucking fine. I love this movie.
I know you loved it.
5 stars. See it, rent it. I loved it.
I'm not quite there. I'm a 4, but I will be picking this up. I loved it. I had a blast. It was different and it caught me off guard. So
now,
yes,
for those of our Patreons, this discussion will, once Plug sees it, we need a judgment, and we will have more conversation about this film
and Liam Neeson's penis
and his penis.
Yes, on Patreon, it only starts at $1.
And Jenny Ortega, right?
And Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega.
Yes, Jenna Ortega discovering Liam Neeson's massive.
Okay, dude.
Yes, on Patreon. On Patreon. So yeah, you'll get more of the stuff we can't talk about on YouTube on Patreon. So patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Once again, all starts at just $1. And if you're not on it and it is free, get on our Discord. Discord is the link's always in the videos, in the comment section, and that costs you nothing, and you'll never miss. We post a lot of food-related stuff in there. I've been trying to we've been eating a lot of really awesome food out here, so we've been trying to drop.
Have you been posting it in the Discord? I haven't been on since you've been here.
I have tried to post some stuff in the Discord.
Got to put it on Instagram too, Dan.
You know what? I'm on Instagram now, and I still have trouble.
Okay, well, I'll help you out.
I know how to post a photo, and I can even put music to it.
I saw that. I was actually really impressed.
I figured that out.
All by your own?
Yes, all by myself. I'm a tech genius, Tom. What can I say? Figuring out the Instagram and Discord. I'm on pretty much everything now. I'm not on TikTok. I don't intend to do that.
You're not on Threads. You're not on.
Threads felt like it was a thing for a week.
Oh, it did. It did.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't join Threads. It's just
we post on there to share our shows.
Yeah, we are on Threads too. So if you're a Threads fan,
Threads /
X. I'm just gonna call it Twitter.
Well, if you look at our end graphic, it says X, formerly Twitter.
I know, but
I'm not going to be the asshole still calling it WWE F, saying I fucked it up.
That took me a while.
I get it. But
that took me a while.
How long did it take for all of you to finally let it go and call it a PLE? God, I was fighting. That was like a day one fight. It's a pay-per-view.
It's still a pay-per-view.
It's not, Dan. By definition, you pay-per-view. You're not Peacock. You don't. It's stream.
I'm going to destroy your argument because it still is a pay-per-view in some areas.
Well, in those, but
it still is, so I can still call it that.
No, but it's not. It's not a pay-per-view here.
It is.
It's not. You don't pay-per-view.
There are people who still have to pay for the WWE pay-per-views and drop their $50 or whatever it is. It's true. You can still order it traditionally pay-per-view.
I thought it was just the big four now.
That's possible. I'm not sure.
And I think it's actually down to WrestleMania now. So I'll if
you can confirm in the comments.
But I'm pretty sure it's down.
If it's more recent, that's entirely possible.
Because I could have swore you can't order because they literally are PLEs now. They're not pay-per-views. I mean, even the structure it's an episode of Raw. I mean, other than the big ones, what's the difference between a fucking PLE or a pay-per-view now, and Raw?
We can fight about this more on Patreon.
I know. I feel like whatever.
Rest in peace, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. We'll probably talk about that more.
Yeah, we're waiting for
as well. And
Kruger, if we get him.
People are pitching Liam Neeson stuff in the Discord right now. So give us your best, whether it's Discord or in the comments of this video, give us your best Liam Neeson pitch, and we'll read it on the next video. Any Liam Neeson movie pitch.
The next
Drop
Patreon.
it.
The next Patreon, because
okay, yeah,
I
whatever.
know some of our listeners' minds. Patreon.
All right, Patreon. But drop it in the comments. We will read it.
We will also accept all our fan fiction starring Dan.
There's a lot of Flesh Wound Dan erotic fan fiction out there. There's a lot of it.
I would like to read yours. Please get it in ASAP.
I wrote some great ones with me and Feruza Ball.
I want to hear Cliff's fiction with Feruza Ball.
Well, there you go. You drop it in the comments. We'll make it happen. You can do that. You can do Liam Neeson, Jenna Ortega erotic fan fiction. You know,
Dan's got a notebook of that already.
You think she like surprises him by hiding under the bed naked?
Probably.
It's like the Taken thing. Liam Neeson gets all horned up and like is like threatening her on the phone. It's like, I have a particular set of skills, and I'm going to use them on that sweet ass.
All right.
I'm sorry, Todd. It happens. On that note,
trying to keep us clean.
That's not that bad.
Wait till we have our account backed up. Then I won't.
So, guys, we'll leave you with that thought. Drop your Liam Neeson pitches in the comments of this video. We'll read them on Patreon. And we'll see you soon. When do we see you next? I mean, we might have unscheduled stuff. Like I said,
I think we'll be here. We'll at least go live for a little bit tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some of the garage stuff tomorrow. I don't know. Okay. We'll go live from the car for sure tomorrow.
All right. You keep an eye out for live videos tomorrow.
Early
afternoon with Pug. And
we may get an Aussie run. An Aussie V running.
Ooh-ah. Exactly. We will. Yes.
It's not a replacement for Kruger because we have an extra seat. So we'll allow.
Damn, you're shit talking Ozzy, man. I'd rather have Kruger. You got to get everybody here.
Well, we got 2 more seats in the car, so
there you go. So you get some. Who the hell knows where we might go live from? Definitely gonna see the Hat busting a move on the dance floor. We got to make that happen. If you're allowed to, it depends. I don't know, clubs.
Oh, yeah.
Clubs.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know formal clubs you can, I think so.
What the fuck you think we're going to the goddamn zoo?
I didn't say that, Todd. Sometimes it's rude.
Yeah, at the strip club.
Yeah, you can't do that at the strip club, but we can do it at the normal club.
Yeah.
Oh, Cliff says William Friedkin's Sorcerer is playing at the Arrow in Santa Monica September 1st.
I do not.
Todd's not an Arrow fan.
That's where we get the Friday the 13th marathon with Chris.
What do you hate about it? Why do you hate it so much, Todd?
Because they're the seats. It's the old ones.
I will say I'm a little bit spoiled now.
Okay, I'll tell you like this: the seats we set in yesterday are big seats compared to the ones.
Yeah.
The Arrow. So that's like my thing. And there's no armor.
It's tough when you got 2 like big, tall dudes together.
We already got to deal with fucking We Kill for Love. I was looking at the pictures, so as long as we get it in, we're fine.
Okay.
Or we're gonna get there early.
Yeah, we'll be there early. Oh yeah, We Kill for Love premiere August 31st, I believe.
So we'll be going live.
Yeah. So who the hell knows? Follow We Kill for Love on Instagram, Facebook. I don't think their Twitter was up, or maybe changed the name.
I'm not a big Twitter guy, so
yeah, but check them out on Facebook.
When I talked to him, he was like, "Yeah, follow Instagram. That's where all the announcements are."
Yeah, we'll be there. Chip Wynorski. Who else have they announced? Wynorski's a big one. I probably Andrew Stevens.
He has not been announced.
Okay, I know he's supposedly heavily featured. Fred, Ole, and Ray, I can't imagine.
Well, I know those two watched it together, but does Fred still live out here? I don't know if he's in Northern California, so I'm not sure.
I think he does, unless he went back to Florida. But I'm pretty sure Fred, Ole, and Ray still in California somewhere. But yeah, we'll be there. Very excited for that. Our most popular shows tend to be the erotic thriller stuff, so made sense that we would be there.
Tom Lazarus, Rodman Flender.
Oh, okay.
Nancy O'Brien, Amy Lindsay,
Athena Macy, for you Corman fans, she's going to be there.
You already mentioned Jim Warnowski.
Yeah,
Athena, you said that one.
I'm excited to see Athena Macy. Like, I don't think I've ever really seen her at a convention or anything.
Yeah, so that's who's been announced thus far.
All right.
But most importantly, Fleshroom Features announced.
Fleshroom Features will be there. Exactly. So, on that note, guys, stay tuned for a lot of cool shit. Some attic expeditions, I believe, as well, which will be fun, or garage expeditions.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Undisclosed area expeditions.
Yes.
They don't need to know where we're going.
All right, guys. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow sometime.
All right.
Later.
Good night.